Hey, good afternoon, everybody. This is Coach Bill with Bill Mabry Online Personal Coaching. Hope you guys are having a great day so far. Uh, this is obviously this is Christmas Eve, so I hope you guys are going to have a great day today. But I want to get on real quick and talk to you about a little experiment I did for myself. A couple days ago, guys, I did a video on New Science that was published in 2021, where they took 78 overweight and obese people, put them into two groups, one in a 12-hour group of fasting and one in the 14-hour group fasting. So obviously this was a intermittent fasting experiment, and it was published in 2021, I think in January. And in that last video, you can go back and check it out, I explained that what they were looking for is when doing a 14-hour fast, what if you were to break your, or have something to eat at the 12-hour fast mark, and something that was low in protein, low in carbs, and higher in fat, and less than 200 calories, how would that affect your fat burning? Because I've posted many articles about you must go past 12 hours if you're really looking to lose some of that belly fat or body fat and burn your own stored body fat. You must go past 12. Well, this research proved that it actually, you will burn if you go past 12 hours. You only have to go 2 hours longer, 14 hours. It'll burn up to 50% more fat. But what this particular, one of the things they found was, if you were to, say, for a beginner, if you're just trying out intermittent fasting for the first or second time, and at the 12-hour mark, you've tried drinking your big glass of water, apple cider vinegar, and sea salt, and that hunger wave just is not going away. What they did was they gave those people a piece of something that was less than 200 calories, low on protein, low on carbs, but high on fat. And then they measured their glucose levels to see if there was a change. So obviously they took a glucose reading just before they ate something at 12 hours, and then they took a glucose reading at the 14-hour mark. And what they found was that their glucose even decreased even more in those 2 hours, which means they were in fat burning 2 hours longer. Well, I decided to go ahead and try it myself. So yesterday was my normal 24-hour fasting. So at 2 o'clock was the 20-hour mark. So what I did was I had a I had some grass-fed beef stick, which was 9 grams of protein, no carbs, and it had a high amount of fat to it. And my blood sugar was at 84 at 20 hours, which is normal at 20 hours for me. It could be, I run between 79 and 84 at 20 hours. Well, then I decided, and then at the 24-hour mark, at some friend's house, I went ahead and did my blood sugar there before we went out to eat. And I was down 10 points. I went down to 74. So obviously, it does work. It just shows that if you do get a hunger wave, if you're doing a 24-hour fast and you have something that's less than 200 calories and it's low carbs and low protein but a higher fat, then it's not going to affect your blood sugar. For me, it didn't. Now, you guys got to remember, I've been doing this for quite a few years now, so Emily and I are pretty well fat adapted and we're ketone adapted. But it just goes to show that if I have a client and they're doing their first extended fastings and they do need something to get through a few hours before their fasting is actually over, then as long as they stay within those guidelines of less than 200 calories, low protein, 7 to 10 grams, but higher fat, then it's not going to affect their fat burning or their weight loss when they're trying to do it. And eventually what happens is you're not going to have that snack, because as you do more and more of these intermittent fastings or extended fastings, you'll become more fat adapted and ketone adapted. Okay, so I thought that was kind of interesting, and so I just wanted to bring that up, that research, for me, it worked great. And honestly, I'm glad I did it, because I always felt that you had to always not have any calories at all through a whole 24-hour fasting or 42-hour fasting. Goes to show that research, there's a lot of new research always coming out, so continual education is really important. You guys have a great Christmas Eve and a great Christmas, and I'll see you guys at the next video.